Hey, what's going on, everybody? Slendz here, and I just had a few thoughts on the MW2 game now that it's out full release, and I've played a decent amount of time. I think I'm streaming up to about 50 hours now, and it's been out for less than a week, so I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of the pros and the cons in the game, and I just kind of wanted to quickly run through them and share my thoughts on them. The first thing I have on my list here, the UI is absolutely horrible. I feel like I'm scrolling through Netflix or Hulu when I'm just trying to find a match. It is absolutely horrid. Just to get to my friends list to invite them to a game, I have to click like 5 buttons. Makes zero sense. I don't know why Call of Duty constantly strays away from things that do not to be fixed, and they just make it way worse. But I guess that's the standard Call of Duty formula, right? I really hope within this next patch we get here in about 2 weeks, we get some sort of UI rework. I'm not too confident in that. Obviously, with Warzone and DMZ coming out, that's probably pushed to the back burner, but I really do hope that we get that kind of fixed here soon. And kind of leading into the UI here, where the hell is the barracks? Where is our combat record, where we can see our most used weapons, our kill death ratio, anything, our win-loss ratio, our favorite maps, our favorite equipment? Where is all that? That's been in every single Call of Duty since the beginning of time, and for some reason they decide to release this game without it. It makes zero sense. Every single first-person shooter has the ability to where you're able to go check your statistics in game, and for some reason the highest selling Call of Duty of all time doesn't have it. Makes zero sense to me. I have no idea why they would do that. That also kind of leads into the fact that there's no red dots on the minimap when you shoot. The only way to see red dots on the map is if you have a UAV up, and it makes no sense. How are we supposed to read into where the spawns are happening if we can't even see where they are on the map when they're shooting their weapon? It's honestly ridiculous at this point. Like I said, it goes back to that same old Call of Duty formula of Activision and Infinity Ward or Treyarch trying to quote-unquote fix something that was never broken in the games before. I think that needs to be reverted immediately. I feel like that's not that massive a change, and it honestly is its own skill set on its own. Being able to read spawns and work around that and see where they are is a skill set in its own, and I really think that they should reconsider that and go ahead and add that back into the game. Kind of staying on a tab here, staying in uniform with the things that Call of Duty has once again removed that makes sense in every other Call of Duty. We have no ninja perk yet again. We do have a dead silence as a field upgrade, but that kind of strays away from the competitive aspect, considering you have to kind of sit in a corner and wait till you have dead silence to be able to make a play, especially if you're running CMG tournaments, GBs, especially the CDL now. It's going to be kind of weird to see how that plays out, and I'm honestly fine with having dead silence as a field upgrade if it's going to give you a speed boost, but there needs to be at least a ninja perk in the game to make footsteps silent. Everything in this game makes a noise, whether you're walking in a bush, concrete, wooden floors. If you barely creak open a door, you can hear it from across the map, especially if you're on PC and you have your headset all wired up and all your settings put in correctly. You can really just crank it and you'll be able to hear them throughout the entire map. So I really think they should reconsider adding a ninja perk. They did it last year. They ended up adding ninja into Vanguard. Don't see why they can't do the same. Another small issue I have with this game, it's nothing too crazy. It's more of like kind of a mental block, is the visual recoil. The visual recoil compared to MW19 and MW 2022 is like a night and day difference. A lot of people said that the MW19 guns had no recoil, which they really didn't, and I don't mind there being recoil, but my fucking red dot should not be shaking around like a cat that has Tourette's when I'm just trying to aim at a target that's 10 meters away. It's fucking ridiculous. This is an arcade shooter we're playing. We're not playing fucking Tarkov, not playing fucking DayZ, you know? This is Call of Duty we're playing here, kids. Like, come on, what the fuck is going on? Leading into the visual recoil, we do have, I have on my list here, just the overall movement buff. I don't mind there being no slide canceling at all. I actually like it. My fucking pinky finger was getting damn bicep of its own for me trying to slide cancel all fucking game long for 8 hours straight. So I don't mind there being no slide canceling, but the ADS speed from when you're coming out of a jump is super slow compared to the standard static ADS speed if you're not moving at all, or even if it's just running straight. I think that needs to be buffed a little bit. You should be able to ADS at the same speed as you are running or just standing there still if you're kind of jumping across the screen to try to break someone's camera. Considering they also removed the bunny hop. There was a bunny hop that was okay to use in the beta. I actually preferred it over what we have now. Not sure why they decided to go ahead and remove it, but that was their decision, and I think it was fucking stupid. I really think that they should revert back to at least the beta movement, to where you had a little bit more freedom to do what you please. I understand all the slide canceling exploits. There's still some in game. If you really look into it, you can, you know, slide, pull out a Semtex, cancel it, and then stand up again, and that'll cancel cancel your slide, but it's just button mashing at this point. It's really unnecessary. So I really feel like that they should give us just kind of an overall movement buff, the ADS speed buff, when you're kind of jumping and trying to break a camera, because that's really all you can do in this game. There's no sliding and breaking cameras. There's no sliding into gunfights. There's no diving into gunfights, because every time you dive, there's like a 3 to 4 second delay before you're actually able to fire your weapon after you go ahead and dolphin dive. So I do hope that we get some kind of clarity on the movement. Another thing I've been seeing on Twitter is that sniper rifles or some of the marksman rifles are a bit overpowered. I strongly disagree with this. I know I might be a little bit biased, but the time to kill in this game is almost instantaneously. It's damn near like we're playing a hardcore mode in core. So I don't see why there's any issue that the snipers or marksman rifles are this fast, considering by the time I'm even able to get one shot off with the marksman rifle or a sniper, like let's use the SPR for example, which is probably the most broken one of them all. By the time you're able to get one shot off that, you're probably dead. If you miss the first shot, you're dead. You're like instantaneously. Good night, sleep well, see you tomorrow. So I just think that's the most stupid conversation of all time, and I really think people should just move on. Another small thing that I think should be reworked, and it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal, are spawns in Invasion. Now Invasion, it has its own annoying things in itself, considering it's the only way to really level up guns right now. For some reason you don't really get that much weapon XP when you're just playing quick play, unless you're playing kill confirmed and you're just running around like a maniac grabbing the tags. So I do think you should be able to at least spawn on your teammates in Invasion, since everyone's in there kind of for the same reason, just farming the bots just to get XP. No one really cares about score streaks or kill streaks or anything of that sort. Everyone's just trying to get their attachments and their guns leveled up. So I really feel you should be able to have the same kind of spawn system that you do have in Ground War, where you're able to spawn on your teammates or in your teammates' vehicles. You should be able to do that same thing in Invasion, considering it's the same exact mode, just with some AI in it. So these are my main reasons why I think this game needs to be fixed. I think if they make these few changes, the game will be in a much better state, competitively and casually, considering that this is the highest grossing opening weekend of Call of Duty in the history of the series. So I hope Activision does go ahead and go through with some of these changes. If you guys want to see more Modern Warfare 2 content, please go ahead and leave some comments in the comment section below, and like the video. I really appreciate it a lot, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you.